I can't see it. Maybe you guys can, but apparently I bear a remarkable resemblance to Santa Claus, which is weird because I'm not a winter person. I'm very much more a summer kind of guy. I like to sit in the garden on lazy, long summer evenings, preferably with a glass of Sauvignon Blanc, maybe an Aperol Spritz in my hand. I'm also something of an early bird. I like to come down in the morning to have a cup of coffee. But when I opened the curtains, certainly a few months back, I opened the curtains and all I can see in my back garden is inky blackness. There's nothing out there. Maybe if I go to the front, what I see is a street lamp and maybe something hanging around at the bottom of the lamp. January is the hardest time for me because all you have are leaves falling, still on the ground, coming mush in all that wet and moist and dampness that's on the ground. It doesn't fill me with any kind of joy at all. It's also the time of the year when my wife calls an emergency meeting. She says, Alan, there is a dark, dire emergency. It's time for the kick up the bum speech that I have to have with you every year. I'm tired of looking at you sitting on the sofa like a bag of potatoes, where normally you go out, normally you go to gigs, normally you go to meet friends, you go to the gym. But now you're just lying there. But for me, I feel, well, I'm like a hedgehog. I want to hibernate. I want to withdraw from the world. But for Kiki, she says, when you go out, you come home with stories, and stories are what connects us. We can actually stand up to the table and we can have a conversation then about, oh, John said this at the meeting last night. Patricia complained about my timekeeping. Simple things. How many people can tell me the number of days that have passed since the 21st of December last year? The key for that date is that it was the winter solstice. You're all correct, because I know what you're thinking. It was 100 days precisely to this day. 100 days. Can you believe that now, at the end of March, in the space of the 100 days that have passed, we've regained not 1, not 2, but 5 hours of daylight every day. And that gives me so much cheer. I'm so happy that we have so much more daylight. We celebrate the daylight, we celebrate the winter solstice indeed. We make a note of it in my country. 4,500 years ago, before the time of the Egyptian pyramids, we built elaborate structures that still exist to this day. The sun rises over the Irish Sea, the bitingly cold Irish Sea, on the 21st of December, and a beam of sunlight comes across through space, enters a small passageway, a tunnel in this elaborate structure, huge thing, and illuminates a stone at the end of the tunnel. It's almost Indiana Jones-like. Four and a half thousand years ago. I find it breathtaking. Not as old as India, of course, but breathtaking all the same. And even to this present day, we still like to comment and pass notes on the stretch that we have in our evenings, the stretch that we have, the grand stretch, because the grand stretch is all about the stretch of the day, the stretch of time, at both ends, luckily enough. Irish people go out for a walk in their village of an evening and they pass each other and they say, hey, it's a grand stretch in the evening, and everybody is bathing almost in this extra sunlight. And then with a wink that only an Irish folk musician can give you, they say, good luck and good night, and off they off they go. So last Sunday morning at 2 a.m. was one of the events that I look forward to every year, Payne. Every year. It's the daylight saving. It's when we literally take an hour from the start of the day when we're all lying in bed and we place it at the end of the day so that we can go and play sports, we can go walking, we can go into the forest and so on. It's a day that I like most. So we get away from our lovely winter. But I'll leave you with the words of a great poet, William Wordsworth. William Wordsworth. I wandered lonely as a cloud that floats on high over vales and hills, when all at once I saw a crowd, a host of golden daffodils. Thank you.